Breaking news happening right now on 12 News at 10 o'clock this Saturday night. State Route 87 at Gilbert Road remains closed at this hour as crews continue to deal with the aftermath of a garbage truck fire. We've been following this story since breaking news on 12 News at 6. Fire crews from several agencies responding to that scene tonight. 12 News is working to learn more exactly about how that fire sparked and if anyone may have been hurt. Right now, there's no word on just how long this area will be closed. We'll continue to monitor this story for you during this newscast, let you know if that road does reopen. We'll also monitor it for you overnight at 12news.com. Now to Decision 2024. We are now just 80 days away until election night. And tonight we've learned that former President Donald Trump will be back in Arizona next week for a campaign stop. The 45th president expected to discuss immigration and issues at the border during a trip to the Valley on Friday. The event set to take place at Desert Diamond Arena this coming Friday, August 23rd at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The former president's last visit to Arizona was back in June. This rally will come exactly 2 weeks after Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz held their own rally at the same arena. You can find more information on Friday's rally with the former president, including how to register for tickets right now at 12news.com. As the 45th president prepares to visit Arizona, a new poll from the New York Times shows him now trailing Vice President Kamala Harris in several swing states, including Arizona. That poll coming as Democrats now get ready for their upcoming convention in Chicago. President Joe Biden is expected to deliver an opening night speech nearly 1 month after dropping out of the race and throwing his support behind Harris. During his speech, Biden is expected to stress the need to defeat former President Donald Trump. Vice President Harris is set to appear with the president after he delivers his speech. Meanwhile, Arizonans will have one more option to choose from in the race to the White House in November. Third-party candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. officially submitted petition signatures yesterday. The Arizona Secretary of State's office says that Kennedy's campaign turned in 110,000 signatures on Friday, nearly triple the 43,000 signatures needed. Those signatures will now be reviewed. One name tonight that we have learned that will not be on the presidential ballot here in Arizona, activist and philosopher Dr. Cornel West. Today, the Arizona Secretary of State's office telling 12 News that he did not file the proper paperwork needed before today's 5 p.m. deadline. Tonight, OpenAI says it has discovered and disrupted an Iranian influence campaign. It says one Iranian group using ChatGPT to generate misinformation to be spread online. Some of the content connected to the ongoing presidential election, the Olympics, and the ongoing war in Gaza. OpenAI banning several ChatGPT accounts using the artificial intelligence chatbot that were associated with the Iranian efforts. The company said that the Iranian attempt didn't seem to get much traction online before those accounts were deactivated. This November, Arizona voters will be choosing much more than a new president. One of the major issues we'll also be choosing is just exactly how much restaurants will pay tipped workers. 12 News journalist Brenda Lipinski speaking with folks on both sides of the Proposition 138. She's live for us tonight in downtown Phoenix with reaction. Brenda.
The title Tip Workers Protection Act was put into question on whether or not it was misleading, but a Superior Court judged it was not, putting it back on the ballot.
Working for tips can be difficult.
Not everybody is kind enough to tip, and some people, if they're having a bad day, they won't tip. I've had people tip me a cent, and it's humiliating.
The tips don't help. I know some friends, I believe a family as well, a lot of busing, who can barely pay rent if they're making tips.
Arizona voters will decide what tipped workers can make through the Tipped Workers Protection Act, legislation that's backed by the CEO of the Arizona Restaurant Association, Steve Chukri.
It's preserving the tipping structure in Arizona so restaurants can continue to grow and flourish. We can hire more people, and the tipped workers can make more money.
Right now, minimum wage for Arizonans is $14.35 an hour. It is $3 less for tipped workers whose minimum wage is $11.35 an hour. Under this ballot measure, tipped workers making $11.35 would go down to $10.77 an hour.
The server will make a little less than they are today. However, with that being said, that's why we're guaranteeing that they'll make $2 more with tips.
He believes Proposition 138 protects the existing tax credit.
And if you start to take away any of the tip credit that restaurants benefit from now, they get replaced with surcharges. And consumers, I don't like surcharges. Consumers don't like surcharges.
Attorney Jim Barton and others have fought against the bill.
The Tipped Worker Protection Act, it chokes coming out of my mouth, it's such a deceptive title. The Tipped Worker Protection Act, first off, it takes this sub-minimum wage, and instead of it being in the law that can be, changed and amended, it moves it into our Constitution. The second thing it does is, instead of being $3 less an hour, it says 25% less an hour.
And says the math can be complicated for some to figure out.
This thing, it's never going to be checked. And that $2 more they put in there is a complete red herring. All it does is it just makes the formula more complicated, and it means workers will not know that they can demand, hey, give me my 25% back. I didn't make enough money to get over this threshold.
As for tipped workers, they are hoping to make enough money to be able to pay their bills and ask for some grace.
Be nice to your servers and the people who are tipped workers. It's the least you could do. We deal with a lot of stuff every single day.
Now, Attorney Barton did file an appeal with the Arizona Supreme Court to get the Tip Workers Protection Act off the ballot, and that decision could be made as early as this coming week. Reporting live in downtown Phoenix, Brenda Lipinski, 12 News.
A lot of folks definitely paying attention to that this coming November. Brenda, thank you. A busy weekend at ASU's Tempe campus. Take a look at this. The kiddos moving into their dorms at several campuses. ASU says it has shattered enrollment records just before the start of the upcoming fall semester. Nearly a quarter of all students are incoming first-year students, transfers, or grad students. ASU says it now has more than 181,000 students enrolled. All right, let's talk weather right now. Even though students are getting ready to head back to school, summer's still on the calendar. We're tracking a 12 News weather impact alert for the upcoming week. Excessive heat on tap as we get ready for the new work week. Meteorologist Crystal Henderson here with a look at what's on the way.
Oh yes, summer vibes be strong over here still. I mean, come on. Looking at the time, it is 10:09 p.m. and it is 104 on the thermometer right now. Typically this time of year, our maximum temperature hits that high. We took it all the way to 113 this afternoon, so it's taken a hot minute for these numbers to cool their jets. We're down to 102 in Sun City and Glendale as well as Mesa right now. Gilbert, 100 for you. And here's the thing. Summer's going to go on steroids Monday and Tuesday. That's activated an excessive heat watch. Just wait for it. It's going to be a warning by Monday and Tuesday. So I want you to mark your calendars for this one. Those are the days you're going to want to avoid being outside at all costs. Limit your time outdoors if you have to work out there. Now, this excessive heat watch is now our 7th issued so far this year. That's above average. Nowhere near the record, thank goodness. And this will encompass a total now of 28 days, Jonathan, that we've been under an excessive heat watch or warning.
All right. November can't get here soon enough, Crystal. Thanks so much.